Matrix multiplication. Here we've got three matrices. One is called A, which is a 3 by 2, meaning there are 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 rows, and 2 columns, 1, 2. Matrix C is also a 3 by 2, 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 2 columns. Now C transpose is actually the transposition of C, whereby the rows are converted to columns. So the row C 17 is converted to a column 717, as you can see. The horizontal row 11.9 is converted to a vertical column 11.9. And the horizontal row 640 is converted to a vertical column 640. So C transpose is actually the conversion of rows into columns. Now we are going to multiply A times C transpose. First, let's verify if multiplication is possible. First, we've got to identify how many elements are in the row of A. There are 2 elements, which is 3 and 0, for example. And identify how many elements in the column of C. There are 2 elements, 7 and 17. So therefore, there's compatibility between the rows of A and the columns of C transpose. So therefore, multiplication is possible. Now, when we are multiplying now, we can also identify what will be our product. So the first matrix will determine the number of rows in the product. So since A has 3 rows, the product will have 3 rows. Now the second matrix control or determine the number of columns in the product. So since C transpose has 3 columns, the product will also have 3 columns. So 3 rows, 3 columns, our product will be a 3 by 3. Now, to determine the value of each element, because a 3 by 3 will have 9 elements, we must do a multiplication sum process, a product sum, if you want to put it that way. So we must multiply and do some addition. So since there are 2 elements in the row of A and 2 elements in the column of C transpose, so we have to multiply twice. And thereafter to find the sum thereof. Okay, so we have to do a times plus times. And that will be done for each element. So we can just copy this template, operation template, if you want to put it that way, for each element. We have to do this 9 times. So we just paste in this template. I read. Right. So now, first row, which is 30, let's negotiate it with first column 717, and that will give us our first element, which occupies the first row and first column right here. First row, first column, that will be the element occupying the first row, first column in the product. So that will be 3 times the 7, first element in row, first element in column, plus 0 times 17, second element in the row, second element in the column. Let us stick with the first row, 30. So 30 now, the row 30 is going to negotiate with the column 11.9. So that will be 3 times 11 plus 0 times 9. Okay. And we are going to negotiate the same 3, 0 with 640 now. Okay, so that will be the element that occupying the first row and third column. First row and third column. Okay, so that will be 3 times 6 plus 0 times 40. Okay. Now we're going to the second row, first column. So that will be 7, 11 and 7, 17. So that will be 7 times 7 plus 11 times 17. Agreed? We're going to the element occupying the second row, second column. Second row, second column. So 7 times 11 plus 11 times 9. As you can see, the second row of A has an 11, just like the second column of series T transpose also has an 11. But the 7 corresponds to the 11, and 11 corresponds to the 9. So we're going to the second row, third column. Second row, third column. So that's 7 and 11 and 6 and 40. So 7 times 6 plus 11 times 40. Now we're going to the third row and first column. So that will be 4 times 7 plus 2 times 17. Third row, second column. 4 times 11 plus 2 times 9. And we are in the third row, third column. 4 times 6 plus 2 times 40. Now we're going to do these simple operations, and we're going to basically work out the values of each. So we can just copy this and paste it below. And we're going to replace these values with the product sum of each of the 9 elements in the product. So I've just discovered that we can use Excel as our calculator because there's compatibility between Excel and Microsoft Word. So Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word, they are compatibilities. So therefore now they are compatible, sorry, so we can actually copy or cut this expression and just type equal this and enter. And actually the answer, the first element is 21. Let's take to the first row, or as we coming down, let's do column wise. Okay, so because we coming vertically down using Excel, so just to be in line with our direction of motion, Control X equal, Control V, enter. So we have 236. And we are moving down now to, we are in the first column, third row in the product, equal, Control V, enter. Okay, so as we are here now, we can use B as our second column. So we've got 62 element occupying the third row, okay, and first column. Third row and first column, 62. Now we are moving on now to first row, second column. Control X. So first row, second column, equal, Control V, enter. So that'll be 33. And we're moving on to the second row, second column. Control X, equal, make sure you type equal first, and then Control V, and 176. And now moving on now to the third row, second column. Make sure when you're identifying elements, you call the row first and then the column second. Type equal, Control V, enter. Coincidentally, another 62. Now we move into the first row, third column. Row 1, column 3 in the product. Highlight, Control X, equal, Control V, and 18. So now we are moving to the second row, third column. Highlight, Control X, equal, Control V, enter. 482. And we're moving now to the third row, third column. Highlight, Control X, equal, Control V, enter. That's 104. And here is our product. 3 by 3 multiplying a 3 by 2 to a 2 by 3 matrix multiplication.